Yes, guys, welcome back to the Ryan Rivers Careerverse here on the VWE channel. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate each and every single one of you for being here watching these videos. If you enjoy it, please do leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything coming in the future. We are right around the corner now from the new 2K26 game, which I am so looking forward to. Let me know if you guys are too in the comments below. But let's get into episode 16 with a recap of episode 15 and what's been going on here. There seems to be, in this Careerverse at the moment, growing tensions between our general manager Shawn Michaels and Ryan Rivers himself, and that's led to a lot of things happening. It's led to what you can see here: Tony D'Angelo offering the olive branch of family to Ryan Rivers. In the last episode, Ryan would choose not to take Tony D'Angelo up on that offer, which would infuriate the Don, who felt disrespected by Ryan Rivers' decision to not join the family. The Don, quote, saying that it was an offer that Ryan shouldn't refuse, end quote. But Ryan did, and that would lead to Tony D'Angelo throwing Channing Stacks Lorenzo into the ring with Rivers for a match that same week, and Ryan would beat Stacks and then say, I understand why Tony was so upset that I didn't take him up on his offer, but I will take him up on his offer if he can beat me himself in the middle of the ring. Well, I'm not going to ruin the outcome of that match for you. It's on the channel if you want to go and watch that now. But the night would end by Ryan Rivers getting summoned to NXT Stand and Deliver, not for a match. He was summoned by Shawn Michaels, and Shawn Michaels showed the footage of Ryan Rivers taking out Wolfgang, and Shawn Michaels would let Ryan know that his recommendation for a call-up or any title matches have been revoked. This caused Ryan Rivers to absolutely snap at Stand and Deliver and physically assault our general manager, the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, and that has brought us to where we are today in episode number 16. I have no idea what we are in for here tonight, having watching this footage back. I don't see any way, shape or form where what happened at Stand and Deliver is going to end well for Ryan Rivers. But if you're ready, I'm ready. Episode 16. Let's go. Before this night even gets underway, I know that I messed up. Stand and Deliver, I completely messed up by attacking, assaulting and hurting our general manager Shawn Michaels. Now I know, okay, it's blatantly obvious to everyone that there has been issues for some reason. I don't really know why or where this all began, but there's been issues growing, tensions growing between myself and our general manager, the Heartbreak Kid. That, however, does not excuse my actions and the things I did at Stand and Deliver. So before the night gets underway, I'd like to apologize to Shawn Michaels. I lost control, and that is completely out of character for me, but I did, and I can't deny it. I lost control. And again, I just want to say, I'm sorry. Well, that is certainly a turnout for the Bucks. I did not expect to hear an apology out of Ryan Rivers, but even he, it seems, knows that he has gone way over the line, way too far, and now we get Triple H here, so let's throw over to him. Listen, what happened at Stand and Deliver is too much. It is too far. Of course, I'm talking about what happened between Ryan Rivers and my best friend and the general manager of NXT, Shawn Michaels. Ryan Rivers, you all saw it. He assaulted Shawn Michaels, ending off by putting him through a table, and he sadistically picked apart the surgically repaired back of my best friend, who is now laying in a hospital bed. As I got here, I was made aware of the apology made by Ryan Rivers, and I appreciate that, and I'm sure that Shawn Michaels appreciates that too. However, it does not compensate for what you have done. I can't have the talent going around assaulting officials here, general managers here in NXT or anywhere else in WWE. And as such, I have no choice but to indefinitely suspend Ryan Rivers from NXT, from WWE. Thank you very much and enjoy the show. Holy crap, Ryan Rivers has just been suspended by Triple H despite his apology for what he did to Shawn Michaels. Where on earth do we go from here? Well, I can answer that for you. Ryan Rivers has served his suspension, and it was a long one, let me tell you. But the week before he's due to come back, he has been called back in to speak to officials backstage, but the cameras caught this. He has been seen spotted talking to Charlie Dempsey, the North American champion here in NXT. And Dempsey informs Rivers that somehow or another that he has convinced our general manager, Shawn Michaels, to give Ryan Rivers a shot at the North American Championship. Now, I don't really know how he's managed to pull this off, Dempsey, but somehow he's done it. So let's not wait, let's get into that match right now.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the NXT North American Championship.
I honestly don't get this. I really don't get it. How on earth has Charlie Dempsey managed to negotiate with Shawn Michaels to give this man right here a shot at the North American Championship after what we saw at Stand and Deliver? He needs to be in a boardroom somewhere, Charlie Dempsey. But I think he may have made a mistake here, possibly, as we're seeing a bit of Ryan's new look, because he could end up, Ryan's undefeated, he could end up losing his North American Championship here, Charlie Dempsey. I've been thinking about it and going over it since we heard that this was going to be a thing, and the only thing that makes any kind of sense to me really is that Dempsey believes that because of the amount of time that Rivers has been out of action, that he may have ring rust or not being as good a physical condition. I mean, he looks in great condition, but we always hear about ring shape. There's a good chance he might not have the ring shape to take out Dempsey here today for that North American Championship that we just saw around his waist. So it could be a masterstroke by Charlie Dempsey, but I can't help think that it's got all of a mistake written over it here. Sorry, I just got distracted by something there. Yeah, I think still this could be a big mistake by Dempsey. My guess is that he's not going to walk out of here with his championship today, and that is no disrespect to him. Rivers has just been so laser focused on this. He's been locked into getting this opportunity for so long. He's become almost obsessed with it. And that's why I don't see a way that Dempsey walks out with that championship here tonight. I'm sorry, I just don't.
Introducing the challenger. From Wolverhampton, England, weighing in at 333 pounds, Ryan Rivers. And his opponent from Blackpool, England, weighing in at 200 pounds, the NXT North American Champion, Charlie Dempsey.
I gotta say, Ryan looks absolutely locked in, but Dempsey looked very, very confident in those introductions, and he would be, I guess. He's the champion, and he's the one who issued this challenge, but for me, from what we've seen from Ryan, I just think it's a big mistake by Dempsey, but we're about to find out in any event, because this match is about to get underway. And another thing that I can't quite wrap my head around is why Apollo Crews is standing on the outside of the ring for this one. It's interesting. As far as I'm aware, in this Careerverse, there's no history there's no relationship between Charlie Dempsey and Apollo Crews, so I don't quite understand this. We'll have to see how it plays out and why it turns out that he's there. We saw him come down with Charlie Dempsey, so we know that he's in the corner of Dempsey, but why? Why is the question? But this match has started out in any event as we focus on the in-ring action, exactly like I thought it would. Surely exactly like Dempsey thought it would, and that he would just have to somehow ride the storm and then try and come back into this match. But I can tell you, Rivers in this match has literally not missed a single beat. He's not lost any kind of step. I've seen no indication of any ring rust whatsoever. But look at Apollo Crews here. What's Apollo doing? Wow, he just launched that steel chair at Ryan Rivers and it had no effect whatsoever. And the ref here, what is going on here? The ref's just put his hands on Rivers, and I'm tempted to say for once Rivers has done absolutely nothing wrong. Apollo again with the chair, again with the chair. What on earth is this? What are we seeing here? The ref has thrown out Apollo Crews, but for Rivers' point of view, I guess it's a good thing, but how was that not a disqualification? And why did the ref put his hands on Rivers like Rivers had done something wrong? I just completely am at a loss of what's going on in this match. We are now back after the break. Rivers has continued to just absolutely dominate Charlie Dempsey, who now has the chair that Apollo used on Ryan Rivers, and he gets into the ring with it and he just launches it at Rivers right in front of the referee, earning himself a disqualification and a loss in this match. But of course we know that he's managing through that to hold on to the NXT North American Championship, and you have to know that Ryan Rivers was not gonna take that and let it go unanswered. And look at this here. The hood of that car into the back of the neck of Apollo Crews. This was almost instantly after the match. Ryan has not got changed. He's not hit the showers or anything, because I think he knew that Apollo Crews was going to try and exit the arena. And I don't think he was wrong about that, because this is taking place in the parking lot as Ryan's wailing away with that cone at Apollo Crews. And Crews is just trying to get away here. He runs into Rivers, but finds out that it's like running into a literal brick wall. He just bounced off Rivers. And now Apollo again. It's turning into a bit of a mess, and Rivers is going up on top of the ambulance. What on earth are we seeing here? Don't follow him, Apollo. Don't follow him. He has followed him. This is only going to end one way, and that way is freaking badly for Apollo Crews as he gets powerbombed off the top of the ambulance to the concrete floor. Oh my god. Well, luckily for Apollo, he's had a couple of weeks to recover as we go into No Mercy, and you saw there quickly that Apollo's actually won the North American Championship now. Ryan is back at the Performance Center having a chat with Liv Morgan. I don't really know what all that's about, if I'm honest, but it happened in any event. And after that, Ryan would go into the Performance Center. He would walk around. We didn't get to see that. And he would come back to this camera, making sure there was audio. And this is what he had to say. I hope that this thing is working, because I got some things that I need to talk about. Namely, Shawn Michaels, Charlie Dempsey, Apollo Crews, and the NXT North American Championship. That match was an absolute farce. You got a guy coming down to ringside, bringing a steel chair into the ring, throwing it at me, but I was that locked into what I was doing, it had no effect, thankfully. And then the referee proceeds to put his hands on me. Why was he not throwing Apollo Crews out of the ring before that? Why did he put his hands on me? How was it not a disqualification? I'm glad it wasn't a disqualification, but it should have been. And we continue the match, and I continue absolutely wiping the floor with Charlie Dempsey. I'm closing in on a win, and that man rolls himself outside of the ring, grabs the steel chair that should never have been in the damn match in the first place. But the referee throws it outside in full reach of Charlie Dempsey, I might add. And then Charlie uses that chair to throw it at me, getting himself purposefully disqualified, so I again get screwed out of a rightful championship. If you think that I don't know that that was all a one big setup, then you're as dumb as the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels. And Shawn, you have clearly not learned. I apologized for crossing the line at Stand and Deliver. Tonight, you have crossed the line. And now, you're gonna suffer the consequences.